Hello everyone and welcome to my channel once again, Mina in the Garden. In today's video I will be doing a lot of cleanup in the garden, and it is such a bittersweet moment for me because I just don't like to say goodbye to my crops. I'd rather them just wither away, and I think this is one of the reasons why I haven't really done a fall winter garden, because I just love the bright colors in the garden, and I just did not want to say goodbye. As spent as they look and as withered as they look, I rather them just kind of just die away with the frost. But this year I decided to do a little bit better. Before I did that, I decided to harvest some of my last pretty looking zinnias so that I can have them in my house on my table to remember the beautiful summer season that I had. As well as cleaning out the zinnias, I decided to clean out some of my last spent looking tomatoes and clear them out of the way. It was just time. Like, I have been pushing this back further and further, but I realized that if I want to enjoy a fall harvest before my last frost date, then I really needed to take care of this garden. Can't be afraid. Start over. Every season in the garden tells a story, and even though this might be a goodbye to some of my gorgeous looking flowers, it doesn't have to be goodbye to the garden. We must understand, just like in our lives, that seasons come and seasons go, but it is what you make of it. I am always going to have the gorgeous memories. I am always going to have the beautiful pictures of my zinnias. So, though it was sad for me to get rid of them, I'm not sad, because soon this bed will be full of gorgeous broccoli and brassicas, and I will be smiling once again. I am not ashamed and I am not afraid to close out the season, just like we shouldn't be to close out seasons in our lives. As I said, seasons come and seasons go, but they are always for the better. Something I also never did before, I decided to take the dried zinnias with their seeds and sprinkle them in areas of the garden that I wouldn't mind seeing them bloom again next season. So I decided to sprinkle some of the seeds, as well as cut some of the branches into smaller pieces so that they could decompose and just add value back into my garden. And while I was doing that, I found a pleasant surprise. This, y'all, I just found the sweet potato. Look, the sweet potato. And it is, oh wow. Wow. Yo, we just harvested a sweet potato. How amazing is that? I did not even know it was there. All right, we are going to clear out this area. I just got so excited. And another sweet potato. I ended up just focusing on cleaning this area because I'm excited to see how many more sweet potatoes I get that I did not even know they were there. I was so discouraged because I only got two from that entire area, but apparently they are hiding. So I just have to dig a little deeper and see what I find. We got two. There's a tiny little one. Leave it for the squirrels, but they never want the tiny ones. They always want the big ones. greedy little thingies. Now let's harvest and clean up the green beans. This year was my first year growing green beans, and I had no idea what to expect. To be honest, I did not even know that they climbed the way that they did, but just the ambience of them when they were in full bloom all along my fence, they looked absolutely gorgeous, and I will definitely be growing them again in the garden. One thing I found really amazing about them, they remind me of Jack and the Beanstalk, because the vines of the beans are so intricate, and the way that they wrap themselves around the trellis to give themselves support. I just found that so amazing and so beautiful, how a plant would just adapt into its environment to create better space for it to grow. Well, this is what the Xenia bed is looking like at the moment. I am exhausted at this point, so I decided that I would just harvest the rest of the things that I wanted to harvest. I did pull out my volunteer cherry tomatoes. It volunteered itself right in the Xenia bed. So while I was pulling out the Xenias, the branches kind of was just intertwined. So I just went ahead and just pulled them out. Some of them are green, some of them are orange, some of them are red. So I'll just keep them on my kitchen counter to get ripe. I also mistakenly pulled out a bachelor button. So I'm going to find somewhere where I could plant it in the garden, because it wasn't my intention to pull it out. But like I said, I really needed that bed. There goes my zinnias, and they're looking so pretty. I love it. Nothing goes to waste in the garden. So all the branches, all the leaves, I am just piling them in the corner in the back. They are going to decompose and add value into my garden. Y'all check out the green bean harvest. I did let some of them dry on the plant because my goal is to save them for seed. I don't know why, because I still have a whole seed packet. And now we are going to harvest some potatoes, not only potatoes, some sweet potatoes as well. I was not expecting anything really from the potatoes, because while moving the garden around and expanding the garden, the area where I placed the potatoes in the grow bags, we're not getting as much sunlight. And I know better. Potatoes need full sunlight. I thought they would get full sunlight where they were, but they weren't. And I just could not find space in the garden for them. So even just finding these harvests gave me so much joy. So I decided to harvest the rest of my potato bags. And there I was looking for soil to plant for some of the fall crops. And now I have all the soil from potato bags. I will just go ahead and repurpose the soil by adding some nutrients back into it, putting them back into the grow bags, and using them to plant the fall garden again. I'll also be adding compost into the bed where I pull the zinnias out to prepare those for my fall crops whenever they are ready. I have started my seeds, but they're still babies. I'm hoping that I can get them in the ground, hopefully within the next week. I want to enjoy a harvest before my last frost date. And my last frost day here in Zone 7B is around the first week in November. So if I'm going to enjoy a harvest of some of my crops, I really need to get them in the ground as soon as possible. Like I said, I really was pushing and putting that off for some time, because I just now was not willing to say goodbye to my summer bed. But here we are making progress. Look at the sweet potato I was able to harvest. These are sweet potatoes growing that I had grown in grow bags. I also have 2 more grow bags to harvest of sweet potatoes. So I'm looking forward to that harvest as well. Once again, thank you all for your support and your love on my channel. I really look forward to coming on here and sharing my journey with you all. You all make it so rewarding for me. I hope you have enjoyed this content today and enjoyed some of my other content. Thank you all for continually liking my videos. If you have not given me a thumbs up and you have not subscribed to my channel because you're finding this video for the very first time, please do so now. Show some support, show some love for this New York City backyard gardener, and I hope to see you again, because in my next video, we will be planting out the fall garden. See you all soon. Adios and God bless.